Welcome to Time Out Podcast. This is straight from the Camel's mouth. I'm Holly Sands.
I'm Scott Campbell.
And I'm Tim Skinner.
And today we're going to start by talking about actually the Time Out Dubai Music and Nightlife Award winners.
Ooh, big night.
Big night. Who are your favourites from the night? Tim Skinner, Music and Nightlife Editor for Time Out Dubai.
Do you know, I need to play the diplomatic nightlife editor role and say they're all my favourites.
They're all winners in your eyes.
Everyone's a winner. Everyone in that room, just by being there, is a winner.
Well, one of my personal favourites is definitely Penthouse. Best Ladies Night 2018.
Cool.
What an awesome place.
As a lady, how good is this ladies' night?
It's pretty good. I mean, the views are phenomenal. The service is amazing. The drinks are amazing. There's even good food, actually.
Right. Usually they're kind of mutually exclusive, you can find.
Yeah, they can be.
Okay. So this is quite a new bar then, and it's opened up on the Palm Jumeirah. Why don't you just... Because it's a visually spectacular bar.
It is very visual.
Discussing visuals doesn't really work very well for radio.
So
how does it work for the listener?
It's on top of the 5 Palm Jumeirah, and it looks up both sides. So on one side, you're overlooking the Burj Al Arab, all of Jumeirah, and on the other side, you're looking at Ain Dubai, JBR, all of that incredible stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just phenomenal. It really is. And, you know, they've got these glass panels across the side of the bar. So instead of, you know, when you sit down in a bar sometimes with great views and you sit down and that big metal bar is just at eye level, so you cannot see anything.
Yeah. So it's all designed to be conducive to the great view.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another one of my favourites is their best outdoor bar, Breeze Beach Grill.
That's a lovely bar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely little spot. Great when you got guests. Even when you don't, actually. It's just a nice place. I mean, what do you like about it?
What do you not like about it? It's on the beach.
Yeah?
Yeah, like it's one of those bars that Dubai's been crying out for a really long time. Obviously, we've got Barasti, we've got Wavebreaker, we've got places like that, but Breeze is just like super chilled out. Super chilled out.
And amazing chicken tenders as well.
I haven't tried those yet.
They are unreal. Seriously, they got crispy, bitey, chickeny goodness, and it's delicious.
Great.
Scott's there.
Well, I'm going to make my
Scott's
leads.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. Yeah, I'm going.
Cool. So why for you then did that win in its category?
Because there's just nothing else like it. I mean, it's seriously popular. It caters for all kinds of like days and nights out. It's accessible. It's kind of low key. It's a really good value. You can actually go onto the beach.
Yeah,
and
that's
sit
a big
down
deal,
there.
actually, yeah.
They've done fire pits. You can also get a bottle of grape in a sandcastle bucket, I'm a sucker for a gimmick. I love it.
Okay.
Wait, so they pour it into the bucket?
No, they don't pour it into the bucket. They serve. So you know you get a bucket for your bottle.
Okay.
This is a literal sandcastle bucket.
I like it.
That's quite cool. It's quite
really
quirky.
cool.
Yeah, it really appeals to my inner child. It really does.
So this is on the Club Vista Mare strip.
Yes, on the
for
another
listeners.
Palm Jumeirah.
Another Palm Jumeirah bar. Palm Jumeirah's been knocking it out of the park recently, isn't it?
Yeah, they're owning it. They're
good job for
absolutely
Palm.
owning it.
So you could actually spend like a whole day and a whole night along that strip if you wanted to. You know, at Breeze or Ahi or Tap House or whatever. There's loads of cool stuff going on over there.
Yeah. Scott, you're a newbie. Have you been to Club Vista Mare yet on the Palm?
I haven't, and actually I was saying it completely wrong, I've just realised.
What have you been
calling it
saying?
Club Vista Mare.
Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get some culture.
I was saying it very wrong.
Awkward.
Slightly awkward, but I'm glad that you guys said it first.
It's almost as
and I
awkward as
didn't
my
attempt
chicken
it.
tenders gag, isn't it?
Almost as awkward as the chicken tenders, but not quite. But no, I haven't been there yet. So where is this place then?
So as you're going along shoreline, along the sort of trunk of the Palm, it's on your right hand side as you're driving up. So it's basically at the top of shoreline.
Yeah, and that opened like back in 2016. That little strip, the Vista
Yeah.
Mare strip.
Yeah.
That opened back in 2016, and that was pretty exciting when it did because it was just this lovely little beachside strip of licensed restaurants. It's like kind of a first for Dubai.
Yeah.
And it's still massively popular today.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Not just for Palmies either. People from around the rest of Dubai.
Yeah.
Wait, Palmies?
Palmies.
Palmies.
People who live on the Palm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Are there names like that for people who live in other areas?
There's, JLTers. It's kind of less catchy.
There's the broader Dubaians,
Dubaians.
Yeah.
I suppose
like
you could say. Yeah, I'm out. If you've got any quirky names for places in Dubai, then let us know. Okay, so moving on then. We've done Club Vista Mare, not Mare.
I know one of your favourites. I know one of your
Oh,
favourites.
here
from
we
Music
go,
and Nightlife
here we
Awards.
go.
I know who it is.
Would you like to introduce it? Or should I just scream repeatedly for the next 30 minutes?
The best party brunch in Dubai. It's the Lucky Brunch at Lucky Voice.
Yes, it is, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's so good. For me, there was only ever going to be one winner, and I think I was so effusive about that.
You were for a long time. We had long battles.
I mean, you and I have been there, Scott. We're just not going to listen to him for a bit because
I've been in the venue. I haven't been in the booth.
You have been to Lucky Voice.
I've been to Lucky Voice.
When did you go to Lucky Voice?
And
why
weekend.
wasn't I there?
The weekend, it was the end of a night.
That's serious betrayal, as far as Tim concerned. If anybody goes to Lucky Voice without him,
You're dead to me.
Yeah.
We went there and they were like, "There's no booths available till 1 a.m."
Oh yeah,
so
they do that. Yeah. It's because it's popular.
Yeah, we never got in the booth in the end, unfortunately. But it was inside, just as a bar anyway. It's a really interesting space. It feels quite warehousey, I think, and although it was very dark when I was there.
I can't put my finger on what it is. It's just the most playful, fun-loving, we don't care attitude about the whole bar. And
they've got a dancing panda.
A dancing panda.
And if you've got a dancing
missed
panda, what else really do you need?
In life.
In life.
In general.
Yeah, that's it. I'm set. I've got my dancing panda. I'm good.
I'm good to go.
I want for nothing.
I need to hear the dancing panda sing as well.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult though when you're inside a panda to sing.
But the panda's not real.
No, surprisingly, Scott, it's not.
That's gutting.
Anyway, back to the brunch. It's a 3-hour bottomless brunch, basically, and it's sharing plates and all your drinks and stuff. But the main entertainment is a huge lip sync battle. So the amazing compare host MC guy, Alan, who also leads the house band, which was nominated for a bar band award for us as well. Game Over, they're well worth checking out. He's just life and soul of the party. He's always got a spangly jacket on and stuff, and he just gets everyone sort of really whipped up into the mood. And then it's basically one person from every table goes up on stage and participates in this, quite frankly, ridiculous lip sync battle. And then I think the winner gets another brunch, so you can go back and defend your crown or something. But what sets it apart, obviously, you've got an incredible party atmosphere and you've got some great entertainment as well. But one of the things that I really love is that it's not a karaoke bar unless you get to do karaoke. So they chuck in an extra hour of free karaoke afterwards as well. And for me, it's just perfect.
He's banging his hands. He's banging his hands.
I am banging my hands. I won't bang the table because that will give producer Charlie a headache. But I can't think of anything better. We need to do a big team outing to Lucky Voice.
What's your go-to karaoke song, Tim?
I've got a few. I've been known to do a bit of Rag and Bone Man. I'm Still Standing by Elton John is up there.
Bit of Elton.
And a little one out of left field is Where Is the Love by Black Eyed Peas. Done in a Preacher Man style.
That is some crazy repertoire going on.
Yeah, that is a real divisive set list.
Divisive, is it? Why so? Where's the contention in that? What's wrong with the world, Mama? What about you, Scott? What's your karaoke banger?
It's actually it's a weird one.
Oh, here we go.
Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire.
Oh,
I was going to perform it.
Can you get that deep?
I can.
Can we have a little demo?
Go on.
Oh no, I can't. Oh, it's quite low, isn't it?
Is that?
I mean,
that's
demo.
Not Johnny Cash.
That's it. Yeah.
Actually, do the Johnny Cash.
Where's a bit
You want
Ring
me
of
to
Fire?
sing?
Yeah, couple of lines,
Yeah,
couple of little bars.
Go on.
Oh, this is horrible.
I fell into a
Burning ring of fire. It went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burned. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Enough of that.
It's too early right now.
And before we lose all of our listeners entirely,
Actually, I was going to perform that at the age of 8, and I was stood up by a friend who was meant to perform it with me. So it's forever, a tear in my eyes. I sing the song.
But you still sing it. Surely that kind of scarring experience is just...
I just can't let go.
now he's got another scarring experience of performing it on a podcast.
Forever.
It will live forever
in my
on
memory.
the internet.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and just for courtesy, Holly, what's yours?
Oh, goodness. I try to avoid at all costs singing in public. But if I was forced, probably something really highbrow, maybe Part of Their World from Little Mermaid.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a top choice, actually.
Yeah.
That's a
very good.
Strong choice.
I'm all about the Disney, and I'm gutted that I missed the Lucky Brunch karaoke
Disney brunch
Disney special.
Yeah.
That would have been up there.
Do you know what? I don't know why I didn't go to that now.
No, I don't either. But anyway, moving on. We've talked about Lucky Brunch and Lucky Voice for long enough. But I know it's never going to be enough for you, Tim.
There's
But
ever
One of
enough.
life's
move
big
on, we
regrets.
must. Best bar in
Oh
Dubai.
no, this is one of your faves.
2018. I think this is a
Everyone's
Dubai
fave,
fave, isn't
yeah.
it? Really, it can fit like thousands, and
Yeah.
it does fit thousands. You go down on a Friday night, and it
slams.
is rocking, and
Yeah.
it is best bar 2018 is Lock, Stock and Barrel JBR The Walk, which is the younger, bigger sister of 2017's best bar, Lock,
Ooh.
Stock, in the Grand Millennium in Barsha Heights.
So, are we going to start taking odds on LSB 3.0?
LSB
Coming in for
3.0.
2019.
2019 awards,
Yeah.
already a contender, and it
It's gonna
doesn't
be-
even exist.
It's going to be twice the size of the one that's twice the size of the original.
Where could they do that? I mean, where in Dubai could you put an even bigger bar than that? Where?
A new building. A dedicated.
You just have to build a hotel just to
Right,
put
yeah,
Lock, Stock
the
inside
hotel
it
it.
is
would be
secondary
the
to
Lock, Stock and
LSP,
Hotel.
yeah. Exactly.
But I mean, it's like Lock, Stock and all of those, like, it's the Solutions Leisure guys, isn't it? Who actually
Yep.
were outstanding contribution at this year's
Yep.
Music and Nightlife
Thoroughly
Awards.
deserved.
Those guys have fundamentally changed the kind of the going out landscape, like
Yeah.
the go to Friday night stuff. After you've been to brunch, where do you go? After you've taken your visitors around somewhere, where's a kind of crazy party bar you're going to take them to? They've also done Asia.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are bars that you'd have been to and not known that it's from the same group. And, you're talking about Asia and Karma Cafe. Q43 in the marina is
Yeah.
perennially popular from, the media types who finish work and go and shoot a few frames of pool.
It's got great views as well, that place.
It does. Really good views, actually, yeah. You can even just about make out the Atlantis at the end
Yeah.
of the palm as well. And then, Lock, Stock, obviously. Inner City Zoo down at JBR as well,
Yeah,
the
that's
same
their
hotel.
Their first nightclub, which was also kind of, it was shortlisted. It was a nominee for
Best
Best
Newcomer.
New
That's
Nightlife
right.
Venue.
Yeah, and they just seem to have like a proper comprehensive sweep across the city. Pretty much wherever you go, you'll find a good bar from those guys. Bringing it back to Lock, Stock though, if we're making this something that we want the listener to go and actually engage in, they've got live music, they've got a big fat brunch. That's their words, not mine. And there's something about that you're a particular fan of.
I love the sumo wrestling ring. There is an actual sumo wrestling ring in brunch. It doesn't get brunchier than that. It does not
doesn't get brunchier
than putting on a big plastic outfit and smacking your fellow brunchers in the face. To the
Surely face
sound of
smacking
like the
isn't allowed.
Spice Girls in the background.
Surely face smacking is prohibited.
No, because
It's a
you've
bit
got all
aggy,
of that. You've got those plastic head things on, so you're kind of protected, and you've got these big, unwieldy boxing gloves.
But boxing gloves. I thought you meant like the giant earbuds that you know,
Earbuds?
like,
Those
you know, like
things
on
that-
Gladiators. Do you remember
the-
Oh,
Gladiators?
no. You've
Anything.
got like big boxing gloves that are about the size of like a small dog on the end of each hand, and you're just kind of waving those around
Does it yelp
wildly.
as well?
No, I mean it's mainly you falling over backwards while trying to hit somebody in the face.
I am spectacularly uncoordinated, so I know that you meant you generally, but I think it was very much applied to me there.
Very much, probably.
Okay, so we've done Lock, Stock, we've done Solutions Leisure, so make sure you go and check all that out. What's next on your list?
I think we've got to talk about Best Club.
I think it's time.
Best Club.
Yes.
2018.
Scott, have you been there yet? You know what the Best Club was? I'm going to try and bring it in mysteriously for the listener.
Very mysteriously, because it's completely
Something that
slipped
you
my
don't
mind.
even know about. Okay, cool.
It's totally slipped my mind.
Okay,
Wait.
well, do you know what? I just won't come back to you then.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you.
This has all gone downhill very quickly.
Club of the Year is Bass.
Ah, of course, yes.
Yeah.
And no, I haven't been there.
Okay.
I have not been there.
It's for me. It took the award just because of the sort of magnificent entrance it made onto the Dubai scene, and it came so aggressively onto the scene, making this enormous construct in D3 with a hugely impressive light rig and sound rig and all that sort of stuff. But then they brought in just the best acts around to come and open it up for them.
It was a pretty diverse opening lineup, wasn't it?
It was. We had Axwell from Swedish House Mafia, 50 Cent, those two were on the opening weekend. Then, since then they had Busta Rhymes. They've had Jason Derulo, Rita Ora in the last couple of months alone. Busta Rhymes was a bit further back. They're always bringing out new nights as well. So they've recently just refreshed it for the sort of pre-summer season, where they have loads of different type of entertainment, which is based on like the elements. They'll do like a fire performance and then like an aerial performance and a water performance and all this sort of stuff. So they really keep it fresh with all of that.
But it was quite a weird opening, wasn't it? Like, we're taking it back to when they first opened. It was only like about a month before they closed for summer.
Yeah.
They did like this kind of little
spurt.
Like they just kind of like, bang, we've arrived. Then, oh, but we're not here for long.
Yeah.
Make the most of it.
Yeah. It was a bit frantic, and you know, we reviewed the opening night, and I think because of a club of that scale opening all at once, I think it was a bit unprecedented how popular that opening night was.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was really nuts. But I think as the club settled, and as the new post-summer season came in going into winter, they really found their stride. And you know, it was just after that, it was like a really slick operation. The other times that I've been back there, it's just been a really sort of just joy to be there. It's been a real pleasure. It's a big club for big party people. If you've got a big night out coming up, this is the sort of place that you'd want to be in the early hours, sort of thing, post midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock sort of time.
It's the sort of place you take visitors to as well, isn't it? Isn't that impressive?
It is impressive.
That you take them, and it kind of one of those like pre-Soho Garden opening and all that stuff up at Meydan. One of those that kind of made it feel like Dubai was finally becoming like a real clubbing destination. We've had White for a long time, we've had Cavalli for a long time, but that felt like suddenly the clubbing scene in Dubai was gaining momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, to put that into context, we're talking about a club that's got a 3,000 capacity.
Yeah.
And it's on a par with a lot of sort of Ibiza's big destinations and, you know, big clubs from around the world. You know, if you're looking at places in Ibiza, you've got like Space, which closed a couple of years ago, that's got a 5,000 capacity. Privilege is officially, I think it's still officially the largest club in the world. That's got a capacity of 10,000. So obviously that's a different league.
Yeah, that's massive.
But then like the world famous Pasha is 3,000. So it's on a par for capacity and size with Pasha.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of clubs, in terms of like Soho Garden, they were actually best new nightlife venue.
They were, yeah.
And that's like just a monster.
Yeah.
An absolute monster venue.
And that's kind of taken the same approach. I mean, the nightlife scene in general here, it's become so fiercely competitive over the last 6 months. With the opening of Soho Garden, and we've had a bunch of other openings recently as well. You know, the stuff at Soho Garden, like Dry's Dubai and Soho Beach. But then also Gotha has just come smashing its way onto the scene. You know, more recently, in the last couple of weeks we're talking about here. And it's forcing everyone to up their game. And that's only better for us. You know, and I don't mean
more
us
variety.
in this room.
No, but
I mean
more
us
variety
in Dubai.
For, more variety for the people who do go out clubbing, who wait for the weekend, who wait for that, like, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, that big gig.
Yeah. And there have been a lot of them recently. And I think that will continue to up and up and up until we get to summer.
Yeah, speaking of which, actually moving on to the big stuff that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Saying goodbye to our Nightlife Awards winners for now.
Yeah. Congratulations again.
Congratulations to you guys. Well deserved. Big weekend to be out on the town in Dubai.
Oh.
Huge.
Yeah.
Enormous.
What are you guys doing? Oh, am I supposed to tell you? Right.
You tell me.
There we go. I thought that'd be a nice segue in there, but okay. So top of the list is Diddy.
Diddy. When did he lose the P?
I don't know. Don't know where he lost it.
I mean, he was. Can we just take a minute to go through the many names of P Diddy, Puff Daddy? Where did it all start?
The artist formerly known as P Diddy.
Formerly known as Puff Daddy.
Formerly known as
Puffy.
Puffy? Was he Puffy?
I think it was Puffy for a while.
Puffy sounds like something you call a pet fish.
Yep. Yep.
I'm quite sure that's one of my password hints, actually.
Oh, is it? Is it really?
Something
Puffy.
you call a pet fish?
Puffy.
That's not a password hint, that's a riddle.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's not Puffy anymore.
No, I mean, he's not even P. There's no P.
There's no P involved.
Completely dropped the P. There's no P. Stop talking
Diddy.
about it.
Diddy.
Anyway, he's...
Did he? He did he?
Oh, jeez. Let's move on, shall we? He's playing at Gotha Dubai this weekend, the 5th of April, Thursday the 5th of April. So he's won a lot of Grammys. He's had his own label for the best part of 30 years. He signed Mary J. Blige.
Really?
Found out. Yeah. How about that?
Big.
Big.
Massive.
Really big. He is going to be playing at Gotha Dubai this weekend. Expect all the big old hits.
How long is that set going to be, though? Because whenever I go out and it's the big headline and they're only on for about 10 minutes, it's always a bit disappointing. Is this going to be a bit longer?
I am unable to disclose the length of the set, but I know that it is longer than that.
That's good news.
It is
Good news
It
for
is
the
good
Diddy,
news.
Puff Daddy, P. Diddy fans out
Yes.
there.
Puffy.
Just Diddy. Just Diddy.
Just Diddy.
Just Diddy.
Diddy just.
Let's
don't even
move
know
on
what's
to the
going on
next
anymore.
artist before we all go completely crackers.
Yes. Okay. Also, Zero Gravity this weekend. We've got Chase and Status.
Throwback.
Not that throwbacky.
A bit of a throwback.
A bit of a throwback.
I don't know. They've got new stuff.
Yeah,
They've got
but I mean,
recent
it's
stuff.
still the
It's not like throwback Backstreet Boys, is it? Throwback Street
an
Boys.
excellent throwback.
I'm not
While
I'm
we're
not
on the
questioning the
subject.
quality of the throwback. I'm just saying Backstreet Boys are definitely pre-Chase and Status.
A little bit.
Considerably.
Really?
Yeah. Chase and Status were coming
Soundman Charlie nodding.
Thank you.
Nodding
Thank
in the
you.
background there.
Thank you, Charlie. No, Chase and Status were coming to the fore in the late 2000s. 2008, 2009, 2010 was when their early stuff came out. They had a follow-up album in 2012, and they've done a few records subsequently. So we're talking late 2000s when they really started to make it big. And for me, that was sort of era-defining when I was at university.
Yeah.
Listening to a lot of their really early dubstep was just...
See, that's the
mind-blowing.
thing for me as well. I feel that anything that I listen to, like pre-20s, is a throwback.
Okay.
What's
Like it just feels a bit like, no, I put it in my brain, that goes in the same place as like Texas.
Whoa!
And like all of those guys, I don't know, like
Texas were big in the 90s. We're
Yeah.
talking a good 10 years prior to Chase and Status. We're talking same time as Backstreet
yeah,
Boys.
do you know what? I'd probably even put somebody like Outkast in that.
Well, they were early 2000s.
Yeah.
So
And,
that's-
but they're still doing stuff today and I still feel like,
Okay.
just a bit of a throwback.
Tim, what's your favourite Chase and Status song?
Oh, where do I begin? I mean, genuinely, where do I begin? I've got a number of them.
Are you
Eastern
gonna
Jam
sing one?
Is a massive
Yeah,
one.
how does it go?
Are you going to sing one?
No.
A little tiny bit.
It's not okay. It's not like Johnny Cash, which is just guitar and vocals. We're talking about dubstep.
You
and
can do that.
EDM and
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
do
do
that.
it. We believe in you.
Go on, Tim.
Wah, 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 and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Absolutely
one.
nailed it.
Honestly, anyone who knows
Nailed
that will
it.
know that that's right. I tell you. I think this could be a new segment.
Guess-
We could do
Guess
this.
the tune.
Guess the
from
tune
this
of
Dubai
the artist
headline.
playing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
weekend.
Who else have we got? Who
Who else have we got? We've got Paul van Dyk playing also at Zero Gravity this weekend. We've got the big Ibiza party Paradise coming to Blue Marlin, which is also this weekend. Destination Dawn is back.
Awesome.
Yes, so I think Holophonic are going to be playing at Destination Dawn.
That's massive, isn't it? It's more than 10 hours, like 12 hours.
5 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's huge. And it's
Yeah.
in Ras Al Khaimah.
Yes, it was on Al Marjan Island, I think
Yeah.
it is, in Ras Al Khaimah.
So only about an hour from Dubai.
Yep, I think it's
Free
early bird
bus?
tickets are about 100 dirhams or 150 dirhams or something like that, so it's really affordable as well.
Yeah, and you can camp.
You can camp. For 50 dibs, you get your camping spot. You'll be able to stay there overnight. If you
But, I
fancy
mean-
getting some sleep at 2 a.m. or
But
something.
you can get a hotel as well, right? I mean, I don't really
You
want to
can.
be dancing all night, sweating my face off, and then going to sleep in a sandy tent.
In a sandy tent.
And then waking
Yeah.
up in like 40
In
degree
the
heat.
heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
There's I think there's a Rixos just around the corner.
Rixos.
yeah.
That Rixos is pretty famous.
I've heard of this Rixos. Hence it being pretty famous.
Do you know what? That place is pretty legendary. For if you want a weekend away, a 24-hour brunch is how people describe it. Because from the minute you get there
this
and
place.
check in, it's unlimited.
Wow.
Free mini bar in your room,
That's
unlimited
quite cool.
food and drinks all day till you check out.
So you could make a proper
So
weekend of that.
You could really make it.
yeah,
I mean, you probably need another weekend to get over it afterwards.
You could do. Go for a staycay somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go chill out in Vajera.
Why not? Why not? Indeed, you can get free buses up from Dubai actually as well. So they're running shuttle buses. I think it's between sort of 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. or something like that from Dubai by Norbank Metro. It takes you all the way up to Al Marjan Island, and then between 2 and 5 a.m. in the morning. I think it is. I just said, I said one of my least favourite things.
2 a.m. in the morning.
I said 2 a.m. in the morning.
The tautology.
Oh, I should leave.
Oh, how can you live with yourself?
Tell us about your problems with this week.
I can't.
The tautology.
I can't get into that.
It's too much, isn't it?
I can't get into that. No.
You can't, can you?
Probably
actually?
for legal reasons.
Probably for legal reasons. Good point, yeah.
Yeah, so then you can depart by a free bus.
But you can only do that. So that's kind of ruining your camping weekend, isn't it? You have to get the bus back at between 5 and 7 a.m.
It's something like that. But yeah.
Is that for people who aren't camping?
It's for anybody who would like to get on the free bus.
But, I mean, you've got to say you get there at 5 o'clock, then you assemble your tent. That takes an hour. Oh, do they give you tents? Are they already assembled?
No, you take your own. You get the spot, and then you take your own tent.
Oh, then you've got to get there, have a faff around, assembling your own tent for an hour.
Yeah, but it's only 50 dirhams.
Spearing yourself in the eye.
Shaking all the sand out at 4 a.m. to get the bus.
How uncoordinated are you?
Very.
Spearing yourself in the eye.
I'm as uncoordinated as the average person trying to put a tent up at 6 o'clock in the evening with sweat running down their face in the sand.
Moving on.
Moving on from tents.
Yes, moving on from tents. That's most of the weekend's action.
Yeah, most of the big things happening this weekend. I've actually heard a rumour that one of the big events coming up soon may be releasing more tickets, but I can't say anything more than that. But that's going to be one to watch in the coming weeks. Okay, so let's move on to that's new music and new things happening. Let's move on to new food. What's good at the moment? What is good? What are we talking about?
Luchador. That is the one word. This incredible new Mexican restaurant.
Can you say that again? The name of the restaurant?
Luchador.
Luchador.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. It's just your dulcet Scottish
Apologies
tones sounded
to
fantastic.
Any
All
Mexican
Mexicans
listeners
listening, yeah.
who...
If we are wrong, get in touch. Tell us how to say
whose
it.
language we're butchering right now.
It is on the Palm Jumeirah.
Okay.
And it is basically the top of this new hotel, a loft. So you go
Is
up
it
to
a
the
loft
11th
or is it a loft?
Oh no. I don't know. It's
I
a
feel
loft,
like we
right?
could be doing this for hours.
Okay. So you go through and it's quite quiet, the hotel and so on. You go up the lift to the 11th floor, the terrace. The lift doors open and you're just kind of hit with this like wall of noise suddenly.
Right.
It's like a party in there.
Okay.
Because basically this restaurant is not just a restaurant, it's a bar too. But they also host things like salsa classes.
Okay.
So we were greeted by this man in like a massive sequined costume.
Flamboyant.
Very flamboyant. He led us through the salsa class, which was a challenge.
You did the salsa class?
Did you salsa through the salsa class?
The salsa class. There was little other option.
Oh, sorry. As in you walked through the salsa class.
We very nearly accidentally took part in the salsa class.
When you said he navigated you through the salsa class, I thought you meant,
there is no entry
1,
requirement
2.
here. Yeah, like it's so like he took us through the salsa class. There's a bit of live music and stuff, and the views up there are incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not what's so spectacular about the place.
Just very quickly,
Yes.
What is the view from up there? What are you looking at when you're on the terrace?
The sea.
The sea.
You can see Burj Al Arab. Is that the way?
So you're looking back towards Dubai.
You're looking back.
You're looking back across the sea.
You can see
towards
everything.
Dubai.
You can see everything.
You see everything. Everything.
Everything you think.
Everything.
But you can, you also, there's this massive view of the sea as well, which I think is just lovely in front of it. And you can really see the scale of Dubai from up there as well. So it would be a really good spot for lunch, I think, because it's a bit lighter. I mean, we were there in the dark. You can still see everything, but I think in the daytime it would really be quite spectacular.
Coming to its own.
But
a luchador
yes.
is, just quickly before we talk about the actual food and things like that, a luchador is a person who competes in Mexican, again, apologies for pronunciation, lucha libre wrestling.
Yes.
A Mexican wrestler.
Yeah, it's a wrestling person. Do you have to, how far do they go with this theme? Do you have to wrestle
for your food?
Yeah. I mean, before somebody gives you a bowl of guacamole, do you have to take them on?
I mean, Nacho's flying left, right, and center in there, really. But no, I mean, like you walk in and there's there were Mexican wrestling masks all over the walls,
right?
Which I thought was a really nice touch
from defeated champions,
from defeated people ordering guacamole. Yeah, like, there's just loads of Mexican wrestling masks. That was really cool. But the real spectacular point there was the food.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that kind of traditionally what you would think of as Mexican, which is much more Tex-Mex. That kind of heavy. Cheese filled everything. Exactly. This was really authentic authentic food. The flavors were really intense.
Yeah.
And it was things like just really small tacos and things like that, but with just much more rich ingredients.
Okay.
It was quite a small menu as well, so not a huge amount of choice. But yeah, the food absolutely shone there.
So what was your favorite? If you were to recommend to the listener, what dish should they get at Luchador?
Actually, the guacamole there.
Uh-huh.
The guacamole takes sort of the centerpiece and the starters. So there's 3 different guacamoles. You have the traditional one, and then there's a spicy one, and there's a kind of meat-based one.
A meat-based guacamole?
A meat-based guacamole.
How does that work?
Or is it a fish-based guacamole? One or the other.
What
It
do
has
they do?
meat
Do
in
they
it, basically.
How does that...
mash it all up?
I think so, yeah. I didn't order that one.
Instead of avocado?
I think it involved avocado.
Okay.
But anyway, so...
It's just a tartare, isn't it?
It does sound like it.
The thing was about those, so often you get guacamole and it's just like this gloop of green, flavourless stuff.
Did it have a bit of chunk?
Yeah, a bit of chunk, bit of bite,
Mm.
and the flavour was just absolutely perfect. Really
Tim's
perfect.
swallowing. I can
Very
see him
well seen.
swallowing.
I know. Do you know what? I've had 2 back-to-back Mexican meals the last 2 nights, and I'm hankering for a third, I've got to say.
And it wasn't like the guacamole was just dolloped on top of some nachos. The guacamole was like what you were ordering, and you got some nachos.
Tortilla chips. Tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips. Fine.
We're absolutely butchering Mexico.
But no, it was really fantastic, and definitely worth a visit.
Cool.
And they have a lovely bar as well. So when you finish your meal, you can stick around there. Outdoor, indoor, separate bars too.
Do they have a ring for wrestling?
They do not have a ring for wrestling.
Why?
If you're listening, Luchador.
You need a ring. Get
Vamos.
a ring.
Vamos. Okay.
I think they could make that happen.
I think that would be actually a really awesome bit of entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, it's
have the
Wednesday's
masks.
salsa, Thursday's fight night.
And as we've already discussed, we like engaging brunches where one can
Yeah.
go and fight in a ring.
Could you
We are all about the participation.
Yes.
Diner participation.
Could you combine salsa with wrestling?
I'd be interested to know how that
I'm just
looks.
thinking about the concept. I think it could work.
I'm just thinking
I don't know how, but
cha-cha,
yeah.
1, 2, 3, and neck slam. It just...
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think we can make that a thing.
We can make that a thing.
I don't think we can make that a thing. Okay, so, I mean, this adds to a growing list of good Mexican restaurants out here, right?
The good Mexican scene. We've got Muchachas, we've got Tortuga,
Muchachas.
we've got Maria Benitez, which is a little bit kind of more like low-key. Peyote, which is kind of posh side of Mexican food. That's where we also start kind of moving into like the Peruvian, Latin American, a kind of fancy fine dining
And
stuff.
before you know it, we'll be in Japan.
We will, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Loca, though. Loca is one of my absolute favourites, has been for a really long time. But we've just, sadly, waved goodbye. Violins, please, to Loca 2.0.
I liked
Sad
that
times
place.
indeed.
I did like that place.
I think a lot of people like that place.
It was in a very touristy area.
It was in downtown Dubai, overlooking the Dubai fountain, looking up at the Burj Khalifa, all of that stuff, next to another great Latin American restaurant, Asado.
Yes.
First time
That's
I ever
right.
had ostrich steak was there.
Interesting. How did it taste? What was it like?
Chicken, maybe?
But more of a kind of steaky. It was very tough.
A steaky
It's
chicken.
a really tough meat.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's really lean. They're kind of like, like venison can be quite tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about that. I've eaten loads of venison. Yeah,
I eat a
absolutely.
lot of
Oh,
meat.
yes.
Yeah, it's a shame that's departed.
But there is another new opening that we're very excited about, and that is Morimoto, Dubai. That's
Mm.
been a long time coming.
Oh, that Japan reference. I didn't even think about that.
I thought
I
that
was
the
thinking of
reference you were
Peruvian
making.
Japanese food.
We are
Like
indeed going to be in
ahi
Japan
and
very
whatever.
soon. Oh, and look where we are. So, yes, we were talking about Japanese. We were moving on to Japanese because there is another new opening we're very excited about. That is Morimoto Dubai. That has just finally opened in Dubai. It was supposed to open... We were waiting for it actually to come. We were all expecting it in December last year.
Right.
Now it's finally open. The man himself has been here in the city. Masuharu Morimoto is the chef who this restaurant is from. He has got... How many has he got? He's got 15 of these restaurants around
Wow.
the world. 15. And he is
impressive.
an iron chef. Obviously, high drama.
Yeah.
They all cook off against each other, all kind of extreme
Sort of lots of
very
arguments and tension. And...
Yeah, like tense. They're very high level.
Yeah.
Like it's not like British Bake Off. Basically, these guys are pros.
It can get pretty intense though.
Bake Off
Bake Off can get quite intense.
High pressure on Bake Off.
Yes, but it's the most sort of British form of intense, isn't it?
Oh,
Remember
we just
that?
go, ooh.
Remember that big scandal when someone accidentally switched off the freezer and ruined the cake, and it was a national scandal.
a national scandal.
National scandal in Britain.
It's when a jelly doesn't set, it's a big deal.
It's
somebody
quite frankly, it's
is going to pay for that.
Someone has to answer for that jelly.
I don't think they were ready for that jelly.
Boom.
Oh, drop mic.
Okay.
So tell us more about Morimoto.
So Morimoto was head chef at Nobu in New York at one point. And the most exciting thing about this really is that these restaurants are just so well known. They're so highly thought of. We haven't got many kind of star power Japanese restaurants here. We've got Nobu, we've got Zuma, but it's kind of always those two going head to head. We've also got places like Tomo and Kiku, which are a bit more traditional Japanese food rather than the kind of Japanese fusion that you get at Nobu and Zuma. But he's going to come in and really rattle some cages.
Yeah. Okay.
Could be really interesting for the Restaurant Awards next year, 2019, to
It
see
would liven things up, for
some
sure.
real kind of competition in that high-end Japanese fusion creative area.
Absolutely. What are you? Are you sort of a Japanese food aficionado? Is it your bag?
I am a fan of Japanese food, but I haven't met food I didn't like yet, apart from cauliflower cheese.
Wow.
That's a divisive one, I think.
A divisive?
You'll have some cauliflower.
Divisive.
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 Can we get through one segment without correcting someone's pronunciation?
Have you only seen that word written down?
What, like Club Vista Mare?
Okay, that was much worse actually than Mare thing. It was really bad. Yeah.
I've heard it being called divisive, divisive, whatever you want.
Okay, well, your pronunciation is divisive.
Because, do you know, it doesn't matter.
It's divisive.
I was going to go off on a tangent, but now we're tangenting the tangent, so...
Okay. Please do go ahead with what you were going to say.
Some people love cauliflower cheese, some people don't.
Well, I'm glad we hung around for that.
I tried to move on.
It's a very divisive issue.
I tried to behave. I tried to expedite this part of the conversation, but you guys weren't having it.
No. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Well, Morimoto, it's open now. It's open at Renaissance downtown in Business Bay. Go and check it out and tell us what you think. We'll be there very soon, anonymously, with our luchador masks on, probably stolen.
Very anonymous.
From a wild night in the Aloft or Aloft Palm.
Also, you're telegraphing the crime. Yes, we are going to steal some masks and turn up anonymously somewhere.
They're going to be on lookout at Luchador. Definitely. They're going to have those salsa people guarding the door.
After that,
what happened there? Literally, what just happened? Silence.
I think you just died. I think you just died on air.
Segment.
I think I did. Yeah. It happens often.
Okay, and on that tragic note, Scott, thank you very much for being with us. Tim, thank you very much. Thank you both for your questionable pronunciation on today's edition of Straight from the Camel's Mouth. We're going to work on that for next time.